don't know me already, and I'm here today to tell you about my experience with pledging. It's kind of a personal and private thing for everyone, and for many, it's a very deep consideration. Many factors influence our decisions. So I hope that by my sharing my own feelings and my experience, that it may bring some clarity or some confidence about you and your own decision making during the process of pledging. So in 1997, I was 37, and I first came to this church as a single adult. It was my first experience in Tokyo, and my whole life to really be on my own and single. And I loved St. Albans instantly. I began as a reader, just like my father did because of our beautiful voice, which is a gift from God, actually. And then I started helping in the coffee hour and making coffee and buying muffins and putting those out for coffee hour. And after a few months, I really was feeling a part of the St. Albans family. It was really cool. I joined in the summer, and then in that fall began the 1998 pledge drive. And I heard the word pledge. I thought, that's for rich people. I never pledged in my life. I was 37. I didn't know what that even was, Pledges were for tax deductions, get your tax thing, and it was just rich people do that, or really old people like me now. Or just really, really super, super religious people. I'm not that, I'm not rich, that's not me. So, and I don't really have all that money. I'll just donate my time. Yeah, that's what I'll do, and I'll just work in the kitchen or be an usher, and I'll do that. That's what I'll do. And that got me through another year. But then, the following year, Father Bob asked me to stand for the Vestry. Gosh, I was really honored. I was so honored, I couldn't believe it. And then the word came that there was some criteria. Well, you had to be a citizen, and you had to be baptized, and good standing with the Anglican Church, and all this kind of stuff. Several things. But the one final criteria, somebody came to me and said, well, you have to be a pledger. A pledger, you have to pledge. My face turned really red. And I was sad, because I was kept thinking to myself, I'm too poor to pledge anything. I'm an actor, many of you know that, and my income is very unstable. I didn't have any savings or any properties or stocks or investments or any safety net at all. How can I pledge anything? I struggled about that, and I prayed about it. And I asked God for his guidance to give me a sign. And like an acting exercise we just relax. And we take big, deep breaths 2 or 3 times. And I just decided maybe I couldn't be on the vestry. And I relaxed my mind, and I let the Holy Spirit come into my heart. It came like this sweeping wave just washing over me. And peacefully one Sunday, I just opened my eyes and I looked around me all that Sunday. And I saw all the things that made this church family of St. Albans really special to me. The priest's smile, the way he looked at me. Father Bob was really a wonderful man. For those of you who knew him, you'll remember that. The kids' playground, the sanctuary, the linens in the kitchen, just everything around me just was right there. There it is. So I calculated about what I was giving in the basket every week, and that I was putting into the collection plate, and I just pledged that. And I felt better. I felt improved. I felt stronger in my spirit. And then I started to know, and I got my little box of white envelopes. And then I really realized what all those little white envelopes were in the thing. I didn't even know what that was. That's how much of a Christian I was. I was like, well, whatever, it's not me. And then I got the little box, and then I started putting mine in there. And it made me feel more part of the family of the church. So my own development from 0 to 10 had come in a couple of years. And I had always felt like, it was somebody else's responsibility, because I was not able to promise any funds, so I was not assessing my own monetary contributions, but only my physical commitment and time to do things. Cooking and planning and cleaning and going to meetings. I felt that contribution was enough. That was enough. I did my part. Happily giving and actually doing things, it seemed pretty satisfying. And I was just pleased at that level of donating. Maybe you feel that way. You know, you're doing your best. This Corona thing is just going crazy, and you're working hard, and you're taking care of your families and your job and everything. So, you know, you do your tithing, you base it on your salary, income, you know, divide, multiply, subtract, boom, boom, that's it. It's very, you know, monetary. Maybe that system is what's working for you. But for me, I had my own personal calculations. And when I let the Holy Spirit come into my heart and soul, and I opened my eyes to the substantial influences around me, I was improved. My pledge was partly mathematical and also deeply spiritual for me. It was another loving family that I was a part of, but I hadn't really realized it. I received a fulfillment in a whole new way, and I became more grounded about my gift to St. Alban's Church. I was less stressed about indecision and wanting to pledge a good amount. Just pledging anything was fine. There was no judgments. So I hope that each of you can come to have the same refreshing fulfillment from the Holy Spirit that I got as you are thinking about your own pledge. Pledges do matter. Pledges matter. The whole is the sum of all the parts. There are no small parts, only parts. That's an old acting cliche. There are no small actors, there are no small roles. There are just actors and there are roles. So we are all part of this St. Alban's family. Not just the business, but the family. And I hope that you think as I do, that our family is worth it. So I ask you to make a pledge today.